Alright, hey, what's up guys? My name is CodenameDex, and the video today is going to be about Gears of War Reloaded. So, some of the things that I have noticed on the campaign, I don't know if they fixed it in this patch that they released yesterday, I think it was, but to kind of get the gist of certain things, there is sorry, the AI turned on, but then there is other parts that can be a bit annoying. So like around the end of the Phoenix estate, there is a window in the back. When you go to shoot open one of the propane tanks, it can glitch out really on the window seals, where you think that the bullets would go through, but they really won't. I already did my insane playthrough. So usually one of the things that I suggest is for almost any chapter that you do, there will be like suggestive weapons for you to use and to get past that chapter. So right here we're at the part with Cole, and I turned off the dialogue so that way it doesn't get as annoying for me. I did have it on my playthrough, but there we go. Cole is down, and in this game, especially with your insane playthrough, it is very like a really great idea to make sure that you utilize active reloads. And half of the time in these points throughout the game, your teammates will either A, revive each other, or B, eventually revive themselves, or when you hit a checkpoint. It all depends on how, like, what part of the game you're at. So, coming up at this part, there is going to be the Cedar, and just like in the Ultimate Edition, past this door, you can peek through the window and get 1 or 2 strikes in with the hammer. Now at this part, if you don't have the Gnasher, if you see parts of the game with a gun on the ground and an ammo box, those are the weapons that it suggests for the part. So also, if you don't have it already, come back here. There's a cog tag right here, and then the wretches are always just 1 melee, or 1 shot close range with the Gnasher shotgun on any difficulty. But the lambent wretches can be a real bit of a problem on the insane playthrough. And in this game, they do drop down on your head and kind of float there for a second. But really, it's a bit different from other Gears games, but another thing is when you go to hipfire, you want to look in the middle of your screen and shoot, because if not, you're going to think where your character is looking is where you're going to be shooting. So I'll put Marcus like right about here, but the middle of the screen is technically right there. So I'll do it again. And when you hip fire, it's not going to shoot all 9 of the Gnasher pellets in the same spot over and over again. But if you aim, they'll shoot basically in the same spot again. So at this part, you could take a hammer. I recommend always keeping a Lancer on you through your playthrough. Kind of messed up the hammer shot, but you can get at least one strike in before you have to go out here. The Nemesis are a one-shot. If you don't pay attention, they will kill you instantly. There is no downing to them on Insane. But on usually any other difficulty, they're a 2, I think. A 2 hit. But any of the Grenadiers with the Gnasher, I recommend do not get close. One of the best things to take advantage of is always throwing your grenades into the emergence holes. Because it can help end the fight faster than having to fight a certain amount of enemies and then the fight being over. But I will go ahead and cut into the next part that I want to discuss. So the next part of the playthrough that I kind of want to discuss is the Corpse Herb. So on my live stream, I got it, the successful try, I got it to where no wretches spawn, and I was able to push the Corpse Herb back consistently to where no wretches spawned, and it ended pretty fast. So you kind of want to aim just about around that belt right there. And it helps with an active reload because of the more damage. Because the more damage, the faster you can push them back. But anyways, besides that, I almost got it to where there was no wretches. But you push them all the way back, and then eventually you'll shoot those parts. They're basically the connectors to the platform. So you want to make sure you actually have enough. So push it back far enough. Shoot the connectors, and that is the fight. On Insane, you definitely want to watch out for the Corpse Herb attack and the Lambent Wretches. But other than that, I'm sorry for the late upload. The other night after the stream, I said I was going to post a video. I really was, but then the recording and everything kind of went to shit. I know this is kind of like an awkward video, and it's kind of short, but I wanted to get at least something out, so I'm probably going to call this like Insane Campaign Tricks or something along that lines. if you have any suggestions on like what parts you might need help on, or if you're looking to for someone to play with, make sure you comment down below and I'll try and respond, especially when I get the notifications. And I try and check my notifications that there's been a comment on my video as often as I can. But yeah, make sure if you enjoy the content that you consider liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications, so that way you will get notified when I either go live or post a video. But other than that, my name is Codename Vex. Have a good night.